Okay, guys, listen up, please. Now, look, I've been looking at the table, and I think 6 wins should see us safe this year. Now, I know that we don't have Iorfa right now, and that's a big loss, because no offense, Darnell Fisher, but you're useless. I'm sorry, mate, but you are. Well, prove me wrong then, mate. Prove me wrong. Now, where was I? Right, 6 wins. Yes, now, granted, Manchester United away is not likely to be one of them, but West Ham at home, that really could be. So let's get out there on that Old Trafford pitch. Let's not embarrass ourselves and then turn our focus to West Ham. Now, come on, boys, let's do this. And Darnell, you're on the bench, mate, so bring a coat. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 here at Sheffield Wednesday as we look to try and win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today, 2 big games in the Premier League. We go to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United. Then we host West Ham in what is a relegation 6-pointer, even though we are in mid-January. And speaking of mid-January, the window is open and there has been a little bit of movement. Now, the main thing is Just van Aken has officially left us. He's gone off to join Heerenveen. There back in his native Holland. He was a useful player for us. He wasn't really first choice. His contract was up at the end of the year. He was on 26 grand a week. So we're still paying, I think, about 4.5 grand a week of his wages, but we've got 1.2 million in, rising up to 1.5. That's not bad for 6 months, someone who's going to be out of contract anyway. And we've also sold off a youngster to Plymouth. We've got a 50% sell on, so if he amounts to anything, we'll get a little bit of cash, but I'm not expecting him to be too much. And the only in is the loan signing of Luke Matheson. Now, we already knew this was happening. He is basically in for January cover while Iorfa is off at the African Cup of Nations. So hopefully he'll do well for us. Though, to be honest, he's not had a fantastic start with us. So hopefully he will improve as time goes on. Quick look at the finances, and partly due to the Van Aken sale, partly just due to Premier League Premier League TV money, I should say. We are now in the positives, which is good. We've got a little bit of extra cash to spend in the transfer budget. You can see there, wages are roughly where they need to be. We've got a little bit more committed spending for next season, I'm assuming that must be. I'm not sure why that is. But anyway, we have a little bit of cash. We're looking to see if there's something that we can do. But obviously, when you're talking Premier League quality players, £900,000 it's nothing, is it? So, and even if we were to find someone, wages would then become the problem. So it's not looking as though we're going to be able to strengthen too much. But hopefully what we have will be good enough. Now let's have a look at what's happened since last episode. There are 5 games to catch you up on, 2 in the league, 2 in the Cups, that's 4, and there's another one in there somewhere as well. So let's go and have a look, firstly, with the Premier League game against Leeds United. The only goal came in the first half when Matt Penny crossed for Callum Patterson. So a huge win this one, and back-to-back clean sheets as well after the 0-0 against Burnley last episode. Now, XG makes this look like we really did mug them off. It wasn't quite that bad. Certainly from what we saw on the highlights, though, XG, as I said, it would suggest that we were very lucky to win this game, and even luckier to keep a clean sheet. But we got the goal, which is the main thing. We'll take the 3 points and run 3 points away from home as well. That is absolutely huge. The next game was against League 2 Accrington Stanley. Who are they in the FA Cup third round? Marcondes gave us a first half lead, but we were forced into a replay with a 90th minute equaliser. So, what a shambles this was. It was almost the reverse of the Leeds United game. Relied on a penalty to get our goal from Marcondes. You can see XG, we were very much the better team. Now, XG obviously is massively helped by the fact we had a penalty. But, yeah, there's no way around it. We couldn't beat League 2 opposition, which, not great. Not great at all. Next up, though, we had another cup game. It was the first leg of our Carabao Cup semi-final against Manchester City. Well, the second leg, of course, we're hosting. Let's see if we're still in the tie. We fell behind midway through the first half, but Deli Bashiru played in Tete to quickly pull us level. City were back in front just before half-time, and then doubled their lead early in the second half. But Luongo played in Marcondes for our second to keep the tie alive for the second leg. So there we go. We are still in the tie, which is brilliant. We have something to play for in the second leg. You can see we were very much outplayed, but Tete and Marcondes, who's finding a bit of goal scoring form, they got the 2 goals for us. We go there with a 3-2 deficit. Now there are no away goals, at least I don't think there are. So we're going to have to go and beat them. We can't just beat them 1-0 basically. But you never know. Fisher was a disaster in this one, as he tends to be. No one played particularly well, but somehow we managed to get 2 goals out of it. And what do they say about teams that get results without playing well? I don't think that applies to us here, but we'll take it and run. And next up, we played Arsenal in the Premier League. Now, of course, we got a 1-1 draw early on in the season at their place. Let's see what we could do when they came to Hillsborough. We fell behind late in the first half, and Arsenal sealed the point with 10 minutes to play. So there we go, we couldn't take another point from them. We really just struggled to break them down. They got their 2 goals. Matheson made his debut in this one. Well, he was learning from Darnell Fisher and did his best impersonation of him, to be honest. We weren't good enough in this one. They were just far the better side, even though XG suggests it was maybe a little bit close up. But no complaints from me on this one. We were outplayed. Next up, we were supposed to be playing Watford in the league, and what would have been a huge Premier League relegation game. But instead, we hosted Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup replay. Well, let's see if they could embarrass us for a second time. Marcondes tucked away a loose ball to give us an early lead, but Accrington Stanley were level before half-time, before Ogilvie crossed for Tete to finally see them off late in the game. So there we go, we are through to the 4th round. It was Marcondes and Tete again. They're proving themselves to be decent backups, to be honest. Which is good. It's what we need. Squad depth, goal scoring options, and they're doing that. Again, we were the better team. We deserved to win. We were at home against League 2 opposition. We should have deserved to win. And Darnell Fisher still playing a 6.1. He is an absolute disgrace to our club. But and we paid over £1 million for him as well. What I wish I could do with that now. But there we go. That is us. We've got Brentford in the next round. We're away to Brentford, so Premier League opposition, of course. That will be tough, but we'll definitely be coming back for the second leg of that EFL Cup as well. You never know, maybe we could get ourselves to Wembley, but we're giving ourselves a chance. But let's have a quick look at the league table coming into today's episode, and you will see if we scroll down, we are just our heads above water. We have a game in hand against Watford. That is the game that we embarrassingly were the only Premier League team having to go through a replay. So we've got that game in hand, which could prove absolutely vital. We've got a 4-point gap. We win that game in hand, and you'd almost say, well, we're getting to the point where we can start and look up and not down. But of course, today, West Ham just above us in the league. That is absolutely huge. First up, though, we go to Manchester United. I don't like our chances, but you never know. You never know. Let's have a quick look and see what we're doing in this game. You can see we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is what we're doing. It is. Let's just check. Everybody here is looking okay. Marcondes is tied. He's just going to have to suck it up because what's his face here is cup-tied. Hannibal, not cup-tied, but he can't play against his parent club. Do we want your Hoghide in defence? I think we do. So it's going to be Will Smith in goal. Worrell and your Hoghide at the back. It's Matheson down the right. Hopefully he'll be better this time around than he was against Arsenal. Penny down the left. Tanali, Boussaid, Moncondes and Colquitt as the midfield quartet. It's Patterson and Shanklin up top. Patterson has been doing okay for us, but Tete's in a little bit of form. So, he's only just hanging on to his starting spot here. Okay, so we can see the lineups. We've got a Mike Dean referee game, so no doubt Manchester United will be getting a penalty at some point. But yeah, what do we say? No one expects us to get a result. No pressure on you. Can we assertively tell them there's no pressure? Let's pump the fists. Tell them we have faith in them. It is another one of these games where it's literally a free hit. If we don't win, it's expected. So yeah, we can just go out there and see how we can do. The next game is the big one, isn't it? West Ham. That's the one that we really do need to win. Like I was saying in the intro there, I do think 6 wins is probably going to be enough for us. As things stand, we have a decent goal difference compared to the teams that are down there with us. And we obviously also have that 4-point advantage. So if we win 6, that means they're going to have to win 7 or 8. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. Worrell gets himself in front of a shot there. We're already, 15, 16 minutes in. If we can get this corner away, maybe we could go up the other end. You never know. Patterson is there. It's headed away. We go down to try and close them down. It is headed away again. Can we get onto that? Not as of yet. And it ends the highlight, so we'll take that. That's good news. We haven't threatened them as of yet. Not even a shot towards goal. Never mind on target. And we've got more work to do defending a corner here. And That was, more good luck than good management as the header went over the bar. We have been looking a little bit shaky from set pieces. Just generally, we've been trying to work on it in training where we can. But January, as you may have noticed, it's a lot of fixtures. And we've got away with one there. Was that post or was it Wildsmith? It was post. So it's really difficult to try and work on everything. Watford's taken a lead, which isn't ideal because they're obviously below us in the table. We've not seen anything from us, but to be honest, we'd take 0-0 right now, wouldn't we? No gesture, we're happy. That seems to have worked. What I would like to do, though, is maybe the people that aren't playing too well, is just see if we can get a little bit more from them. I don't want to do everybody because that might upset some people, but we're not happy with you. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of them. Get back out there. Give them some encouragement. And Matheson has a throw. Tonali to Bo Said into Moncondes. Tonali again to Moncondes. Is he going to get caught? He is. Oh dear, are we going to pay a price for giving away the ball so early in the second half? Oh, you hate to see it. Come on. Shankland's doing his best to get back. He does block. It's in front of goal. Worrell's there again. He's been a tower of strength. Captain for the day. And Worrell humps it clear. And there's no one there. All right, come on, boys. Keep your shape. It's becoming a long old highlight, isn't it? Crossfield pass. There's no one there to intercept. Maguire brings it forward there for De La Vega. He's at Barcelona, isn't he, to start with? The American winger at Barcelona. Anyway, that's offside, is it? No, it's not. And Dracula has scored against us. His fourth goal of the season. He got one against us at our place when they smashed us 4-0, I think it was. And, well, that makes it very difficult for us now, doesn't it? We've not been able to get the ball off them. Penny, should he have stayed on his man? You could make an argument he should, but if he hadn't gone to close him down, would he have just shot himself? The answer is probably yes, isn't it? We've come straight back for a kickoff highlight. Are we going to get a 1-2 punch? Matheson, can he get past his man? No, he cannot. And, well, you start to fear what's going to happen here, don't you? Your Hoghide's been beaten in behind. Wildsmith needs to save us. It's a dinked finish. It's gone in, and we have gone 2-0 down in very, very quick succession. And, this isn't suddenly going to plan at all, is it? In hindsight, the halftime team talk shouldn't have been we're doing well because the match ratings were terrible. It's only just crossed the line. I mean, we're all standing there watching it. If you want to go down there, guys, and try and clear it, that would be fine. But, yeah, suddenly we look very, very much second best, don't we? Matheson with a throw to Bo Said. If we can get one back, 2-1 suddenly looks a lot better and it's game back on. You Hoghide and Worrell combine well to defend that for us. Matheson crossfield pass to nobody. What are we doing? This second half has been an absolute disaster. Come on. Shankland's, he's doing well. He's keeping to his man. Now, can he get a block in? He can't. And, well, you just fear this is going to be 3-0. We've done well there. Moncondes has it. Shankland is up there. He goes wide for Matheson. Can we get them on the break? Matheson looks for... It's a poor pass. We're rushing it. I wonder if we lower the tempo. Lower the tempo. Increase. Maybe don't work the ball into the box. And see where that takes us. Worrell's been beaten there. And he pays the price. And we are getting absolutely torn to shreds this second half. To the point where I think we need to start making changes, don't we? Let's get Reach on for you. Penny's having a nightmare. Let's get Ogilvy on for him. Strickland's not having a great game. Neither's your Hoghide, actually. So let's take him off. Bring Finley on. Patterson's got that clear. Can we get something going? Bo Said, get to that, mate. No, we're second best to everything, aren't we? We look a poor side right now. And everything, literally everything is going in. Okay, we're going to have to... What can we do? I mean, the thing is that this starts to hurt goal difference again, doesn't it? It was 4-0 when we played them earlier on this season at our place. Wildsmith has got to be doing better there. And I think it's very, very obvious now I did get that halftime team talk wrong. And in hindsight, it was a silly thing to say. We weren't playing well. So I shouldn't have been praising them. The score was okay. 0-0 was obviously a decent score at halftime. It was a great score at halftime. But the performance wasn't there. And yeah, look at that. We've just been pulled to pieces in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Matheson, again, isn't having maybe the best game of his career. He's had a very slow start, but he's still doing better than what Darnell Fisher does. So there we go. The subs seem to have worked. The tactical tweak seems to have worked. Well, they haven't scored, but they're 4-0 up. They don't need to score, do they? And there we go. A disappointing, in the end, I've probably got the tactics wrong there, haven't I? No, far from pleased with that, boys. So there we go. Sheffield Wednesday, uninspiring in defeat. Anything here that's happening? Not really. That's nothing. And that's just all scout reports. And the bad thing about that as well is that it's given our goal difference a kick in the balls, and Watford and Southampton are now within the 3 points. So the game against West Ham just got a whole lot bigger, didn't it? Wait right there, guys. We'll be back for that. Okay, welcome back, and well, this is probably the biggest game of the series so far. It's 17th versus 16th. We're hosting West Ham. If we were to win today, we would go above them. Brentford and Leeds are playing each other as well, so someone has to drop points there. Watford and Southampton. Watford's playing Chelsea, so you'd imagine that they would lose. Southampton is not playing, no, they are there. They're playing Aston Villa, so hopefully Aston Villa can do us a favour there. Aston Villa are flying extremely high, so maybe they could. So there is a nice chance to really start to put a little bit of a gap between us, but we've got to win this game, or at least not lose it anyway. We can see we're expecting sort of a 5-2-3 formation, I guess you would say it is. And this is the team that we're sending out. We're going to play with wingers, and we're making a few changes. Will Smith continues in goal. Penny, Worrell, Dunkley comes back in. He's a good defender, just solid defender. Nothing else, just defending. Good determination, good bravery. We need him in there. Matheson, hopefully he'll have a good game at right back for us. Tonali, Luongo, and Espinoza comes in from the cold. Hopefully he'll do well for us. Hannibal's not really been impressing me. Where is he? He's on the bench here. You can see his recent form is average at best. Marcondes needs a break. We should probably have Hannibal on the bench, though, shouldn't we, really? So, yeah, we'll give Espinoza a game. He got us promoted partly. He was on the bench for that as well. Anyway, Bosea down the right. Reach is going to hopefully get some goals for us playing in his place he played last season. He did really well last year. We need him. We need him to produce a performance here. Tete comes in to play up front. Patterson and Shanklin haven't been scoring goals. Tete has. Let's hope he can get a few in the league. Alright, so we can see the way the two teams are lining up. Now, of course, they beat us earlier on this season at their place. 2-0, I think it was. I'm going to say, I fully expect a win tonight, boys. We're at home. We are playing a team that's down there with us. This is the sort of day where we find out what we're made of. And here we go. Here we go. A point might not be too bad for us. No point is a bad point for us, so that'll be fine. But, yeah, we ideally would like to try and win this game. I'm not really sure the best place to attack. They've got 3 centre-backs through the middle, but then obviously they've got a load of wide players as well. There's not been too much happening early on here. I think I saw Villa just take the lead against Southampton, which is good for us. Penny with a corner. It's off the crossbar. It was Tete, I think, up there at the near post, and he's hit the crossbar. Oh, what we wouldn't have given for that to go in for us. It's, West Ham have had the better of the game. That Tete header was really our only chance. We've got a free kick here. Can we get onto that? No, we can't. We'll pick it up there with Mas Luongo, though. He gets it back out for Penny. On his left foot, can he dink across in? He goes back there for Dunkley. Not really who we want on the ball. And that's why. And are we going to pay a price for that? Come on, Dunkley. He has won it back. Oh, for f***'s sake! And we've given it away again, and we're 1-0 down. Unbelievable. Mas Luongo, you absolute moron. Dunkley gives it away. We win it back, and Luongo goes and gives it straight back to them. Shooting ourselves in the foot. Unbelievable. Demand more, boys. Come on. I mean, what can you do when that's happening? I can't believe what we've just seen there. All right, let's just say no pressure. Can we assertively say you've got what it takes? I mean, that seems to have worked. We need a big second half now, boys. You've dug yourselves a hole. You need to get yourselves out of it now. Come on. Luongo is obviously having a poor game, as you would expect, having done that. He's playing box to box. Let's get Hannibal on, see if he can do something for us. Espinosa's having a bad game. Let's get Colquitt on for him. Focus, boys. Anything? Here we go. Reach. It's blocked away. Hannibal has it for Tonali. Tonali in there for Colquitt to reach. Reach! Oh, saved. And we get a corner out of it. Penny to take. It's in towards that near post. Headed away. Bo Sayed should pick it up. Can he get it back down to Penny while he still has some space? No, he goes himself. Gets the cross in. Straight into the keeper's hands. And what becomes of this? Absolutely nothing. We've got 10 minutes to play. So we go more direct. I guess we lower the tempo. We go and counter press. We go and get stuck in. And we hopefully create something for ourselves. Calm down, boys. Calm down. Will Smith, we've got 3 minutes here to... I mean, it's not quite rescue our season stuff, but... Oh, it would have been a very, very nice one to not stuff up in, wouldn't it? Colquitt gets it forward there for Hannibal. Can he get something for us here? Hannibal to Penny. Penny in for Tete. Tete goes back for Tonali to Hannibal. Colquitt. He's got a bit of player out wide there in Penny. It's ricocheted out. Is it a penalty? It's not. Can Penny get a cross in? Oh, he just about keeps possession. Goes back to Tonali. Look, here it is with Hannibal. Hannibal places it into the corner of the net. And Hannibal Mabry ties it up late on. Very, very late on. We'll just drop it back to positive. We'll give him some praise. Look at Matheson. He's having an absolute nightmare out there. I mean, Fisher can't do it. If we have Fisher on the bench, we do. Fisher's not great, but he can't do any worse than that, surely. Hannibal. Oh, he has saved us there with his 4th of the season. This could be a massive point. Could we dare dream of going and getting some more, though, here, I wonder? We'll give him some praise. That's not worked at all. And it looks as though it is going to finish 1-1. Well, we've taken a point, and of that we can be very grateful. But we've gifted them the goal, and that's the annoying thing, isn't it? And it's not the first time we've done that either. I think Sheffield United, we did that. We gave him a goal. And there was another game about that time of the season as well where we gifted... Oh, it was Man City, wasn't it, where we gifted them a goal? But in the end, that hasn't worked out too bad for us because West Ham have... obviously, they've drawn us. But Villa beat Southampton, which is great. And also, Chelsea beat Watford. So we've actually extended the gap. We have 4 points now with a game in hand against Watford. And suddenly, that game against Watford is the one that's shaping up as the massive game. So there we go. Super sub Hannibal rescues Sheffield Wednesday. Espinosa didn't really do too much in that one, did he? We need to find a team that's playing well, players that are playing well, and yeah, I might have to have a little bit of a rethink as to exactly how we go about this. But that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, we were so good in that first half against Man United and got ripped to shreds in the second. We got a huge point there. And we'll be back next episode to see if we can get ourselves to Wembley. We need to beat Manchester City by 2 goals, or at least beat them by 1 and go to extra time. And then we will be hosting Liverpool. We got absolutely smashed by them earlier this season as well, didn't we? 5-0 by... Oh, so we actually did a little bit better against Manchester United. It's only 4-0. So let's see if we can get 3-0 against Liverpool. That'll be next episode. It'll be towards the end of the January window as well. I'll keep looking to try and do something, but finances are sort of dictating that that's unlikely to happen. But until next time, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.